Find your warrior within. This is your man Warrior, and we're back with another video on Galactic War Store. This is going to be a walkthrough on what to spend your tokens on, your war tokens on in this shipments. Now, again, these are my opinions, and my opinions are going to vary based on strategy. So we're going to go to redeem, and you've got a lot of options in here. So the first option that I'm going to say is number one, I'm going to get right down and dirty, is Luminara Unduli. I would suggest highly leveling her up immediately, and the reason for that is she is very usable in all areas of the game, but she is exceptional in the early to mid game to get you an excellent arena team, to help you with Galactic War, to help you as a healer. Even though she's not a healer, she's an amazing attacker. She's got an awesome ability block feature with her force push. She is the number one character that I would farm, and she's exceptionally usable immediately in the game. So if you're going to start trying to farm somebody, this would be my number one over every other character in the game. The next is going to be a tie for second, but I'm going to give the edge of the tie to Captain Phasma. Now, the reason why Captain Phasma is so amazing and why I suggest her over Tebow is everybody understands that Tebow's great in the raids and Captain Phasma is great in the raids, or at least the Rancor raids. Those are the ones we're discussing because the new raids have not come out yet. However, Tebow, to be effective, must have his basic ability and preferably his special ability Omega'd. You will not be doing that until you reach level 80 and have enough Omega shards or Omega ability mats to be able to do that. You're not going to reach level 80 for a minimum of 2 months, probably longer if you just started playing. 2 to 6 months for people to reach level 80, depending upon whether they're free to play or whether they are pay to play. Captain Phasma, you can get right away in here, level her up extremely fast, and she is amazing in the early to mid game, and she's very usable at the end game. Some of the top 10 players on every shard, about a quarter of all players in the top 10 use her as their leader. A quarter of the people can't be wrong. And at one point, the meta, meaning the data that's behind who people are using, the meta showed that she was nearly 50% at one point of all the number one teams had her. Now, the meta or the data shifts often. The information on who they're using does shift as they rebalance characters. Characters will get weaker, some of the characters will get stronger, some new characters will be developed, just like Emperor Palpatine is now in the meta in the top 10 leaders, which didn't exist a week ago in the metadata. So pretty interesting, but Captain Phasma will help you in every single area of the game, and I would say she's almost better than Luminara. However, I would still recommend Luminara over Captain Phasma as your number two. Number three, I would probably go ahead and put Tebow on there. He's got a lot of pretty amazing features. Obviously, his ability set is great. You will want him, and you will want plenty of time to gear him up and start, so you can start to use him in the raids. He is minorly effective in the raids prior to Omegaing his abilities, but he is a good all-around character in many areas of the game. I don't see many people in Arena using him, but he is one of those characters people absolutely love to use, and he will help you in the Rancor raids, and it'll give you a time once you have him leveled up to be able to gear him in due time. Now, after you've done Captain Phasma and you've done Tebow and you've got Luminara, the next one is going to be based off of your strategy. Now, if you are doing droids, you will want to do IG-86 Sentinel Droid. He is an awesome droid. Most everybody, I believe, gets him at the very beginning of the game as one of the first characters they unlock, and you can start to grind him out pretty quickly. I know there's an early shard that you can do to farm him early on, but you can also get him in here. And if you're going the route of droids, I would highly recommend Poggle the Lesser as well. Poggle the Lesser has a great kit as in abilities that he has, as well as works very well in a Geonosian team or a droid team. Phenomenal character, and one of the cool things about Poggle is he's like the second easiest character to gear. That's a big dang deal because gearing is a lot of work for every character. So if you're looking for an easy character to pick up and gear, Poggle will be him. However, remember Poggle and IG are going to be specifically if you're doing droids. Now, I'm not doing droids, but I did max my IG-86 out, and I will work on Poggle after I'm done with my strategy. Now on the bottom, you've got Magma Trooper, Resistance Pilot, you've got Tusken Raider, and you've got Cad Bane and Night Sister Initiate. All of those I would leave to last, and I would do Biggs Darklighter next. Now, the reason why I suggest him and why I'm working on him and I'm working on this character, Datja, at the same time is because this one I do believe is going to help me with obviously my Jawa team that I have to have, and there's only 5 characters, so I'm getting him to 7-star. But I do believe that Jawas very well may play a part in the new raid, potentially. If that is the case, then this is a good investment. Either way, you're going to need them for the mod battles that the Jawas have as well. And this is one of the best Jawas that's out there. Obviously, Jawa Engineer is the best and is very specific to helping out a droid team. But Datja is awesome. He's got a great kit. Obviously, he is very effective against droids, but he can also be utilized against anybody. And but I say Biggs first, and I was doing Biggs before Datja, but I'm almost done with him. He's got one more purchase, and I'm done. And the reason why I'm doing Biggs is now there's Emperor Palpatine event. Just like the Yoda event, we had to get our 7-star Jedi on. Now we got to get 7 stars for our characters to go against him. And Biggs is an excellent character. He does have a okay kit. He can calls an assist. Anytime a character calls an assist, meaning he calls another character to help, that is a great character to have. And of course, if you have Wedge Antilles or you are getting Wedge Antilles, Biggs is going to become an absolute must. Wedge is the individual that we're unlocking in the August daily rewards. The August daily rewards is giving us Wedge, and so once you have Wedge, Biggs becomes way more effective than he is on his own. But I would do Luminara, Captain Phasma, Tebow, and then it would depend on whether you're going to do droids or not, but I did IG-86, and then I did Biggs, and now I'm doing Datja, and then I'm going to do Poggle the Lesser. After that, it really falls off the map, and it really depends on whether you want to do some resistance, whether you want to go Empire, whether you want to develop Cad Bane for your Scoundrel team. I know there's a lot of people that say Cad Bane's just been tweaked. He's just been reworked a little bit with his ability of having a 25% more damage, which is significant. And so if you don't have a good Scoundrel team and you're looking at wanting to pick up a good leader and use them, this would not be a bad character at all. I definitely would put him well below trying to farm Luminara and Phasma and Tebow. Those 3, I would say, are absolute critical musts for the number 1, 2, and 3 spots. And then the rest of these will be based off a strategy. But Cad Bane is lower on my totem pole because I already have all the Scoundrel that I need. Night Sister Initiate. I've subsequently gotten her leveled up just due to other areas of the game, but this is not one that I would highly worry about or focus on. And then Tusken Raider, same thing. I would not focus on him, and I would not focus on Resistance or Magma Trooper until I have those other characters I talked about leveled up. Once I have those, my preference, and obviously this is going on me, is I'm going to work on my Resistance team. So this one will be the next one. This is, I believe, a girl. The Resistance pilot is a female, and I have heard excellent things about the Resistance pilot just in general as being a solid heavy hitter, as well as exposing your opponent when she hits. It makes them take more damage, and giving herself foresight, kind of like Rey. And just like Rey, a heavy hitter with foresight kind of protects themselves even if they're a little bit squishy. And then there's also some turn meter manipulation, which is awesome. So this would be definitely a character I'd recommend in the top 5 after you get the characters characters that I've previously mentioned. And then Magma Trooper, there was a lot of hoopla when Magma Trooper first came out. Has a decent kit. Definitely a character at some point you will get, and you will 7-star, because at some point you will run out of characters to farm in here. But I would definitely put this one on the next on the totem pole for the characters in here. And then it really comes down to whether you want to do Cad Bane, Night Sister Initiate, or Tusken Raider. My suggestion would be figure out where you're going and which one you'll need. Tusken Raider is okay. It does have a assist attack, but really works best with other Tusken, and there's not many in the game. So I would recommend probably going up and doing Cad Bane, and then Night Sister Initiate and Tusken Raider, maybe farming them at the very end. I know these are just my opinions, but again, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on this. And of course, strategy will change who you farm and why. Now, again, I would recommend this top 3: Luminara, Captain Phasma, and then Tebow. And then from there, you can do people like Biggs, Dathja, IG-86, Poggle the Lesser, some of those, to make sure that you're getting some of the greater characters that are worthy in this. As always, I hope that you loved the video. If you liked it, you can go ahead and click like. You can subscribe to my channel and get all of my videos. Be sure to leave a comment if you have questions. I love the comments and reading them. It also spurs on new content and what I'm going to make videos for. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior